Today at Manchester Theatres, it is my pleasure to be joined by Danny Bayne and Mia Austen, who are currently touring with Fawlty Towers, the play, and it is coming to the Manchester Opera House from the 4th of November. Now, between them, they have been in some cracking shows, with Danny appearing in shows such as Grease, Only Fools and Horses the Musical, Saturday Night Fever and Hairspray, whilst Mia has been in shows such as London Wall, Pygmalion, In the Jungle of Cities and The New Inn. So thank you both for joining me to talk about this iconic piece of Britishness, really, isn't it?
It is, absolutely, yeah.
So the show, I believe, is kind of a mashup of all of the best bits from the 12 episodes, all kind of put into one story. Is that correct?
It's three of the kind of favourite episodes, to sort of say, and then with a kind of new big ending.
Ooh.
Ending.
Very, very expressive ending.
So are you allowed to tell us anything about kind of the synopsis, or would that be kind of giving too much away?
Oh, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty faithful to the TV show.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of that, you'll get what, you know.
Yeah,
you
but
want.
it's the hotel inspectors.
Communication problems and
the Germans. So,
Of course.
that what you will, but
Yeah.
it's you know, an hour and 40 minutes of organised carnage.
Yeah, nice and short.
Yeah.
So you two are playing Basil and Sybil Fawlty. I mean, in the theatre world, you get iconic couples like Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. In Britain, sitcom, we've got Basil and Sybil. So tell us, what is it like kind of playing these characters? And for people who might be new to Fawlty Towers, tell us a little bit about them.
I like being referred to Macbeth and Lady Macbeth.
You know.
That's how we should. It was good.
From
From now on, I'm going to get the rest of the cast to call us that. It's an absolute honour to play these hugely iconic roles.
And at first, it's quite sort of daunting, isn't it? Because you think, oh, Gordon Bennett, I've got to step into the shoes of these wonderful, amazing, brilliant writers, brilliant actors, brilliant everything. And then we get to do that. So at first it's quite daunting. And then I think once you, like any job, once you sort of become so familiar with, okay, who he is, who she is, the script and everything, do you know what I mean? Then you start playing and then it's just lovely after that because it's written so well.
Yeah.
You're never challenging, you're never struggling for the right words. Everything's written.
It's all
as
there.
It should be.
Yeah.
It's on the page. So like I've always said that the script does 90% of the heavy lifting, and then we just sort of sprinkle the dust on the top, really.
Yeah, we were sort of, you know, it'd be kind of foolish not to think that people want to see their favourite characters. Yeah. So we're sort of doing an impersonation, but with our own kind of fresh take on it as well.
Because I can confirm that I am not a good enough impressionist to do an impression of somebody. It has, but we were really lucky, weren't we? In that when we got in, CJ, the director, and John Cleese gave us an awful lot of information, sort of the history of the couple, who they were when they met them in the real life, and sort of his sort of background in the army and all sorts of things. So that sort of tells you and informs you as to what. And a certain way is very clipped with his speech, etc. See what I mean? So you end up becoming an impersonation of, essentially, because the information is all there. So you just sort of, it informs everything you do, you know.
I mean, we are slowly probably morphing into these characters as well in our real life.
Absolutely, because I can confirm that how I actually talk is from South East London. and for some reason, every day now I talk like this.
And my kids keep getting annoyed because I laugh a little bit like people now at home, and they're like, Mum, you're doing it.
Shotgun laugh. Brilliant.
I love it. But it's really interesting listening to you talk, because people, you know, you see comedy and people just go, oh yeah, it's funny and it's great, but it's not like, oh, it's just comedy, but it's simple, for want of a better word. And it isn't. And the backstory to what you've just been saying there, because, you know, like you say, we mustn't forget that John Cleese and Connie Booth, who wrote this, it was based on real people when they stayed in a hotel. And then so there's real people into the character, into now what you've got to take, and it just keeps going and adding all these layers onto it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it so wonderful and relatable, is the fact that when you're, especially like for the moment, we're in Eastbourne at the moment, right? And you've got a load of people that obviously own hotels by the seaside. so we did it last night, and you can just hear people laughing at certain things that maybe others wouldn't understand, because they know what it's like to have a hellish guest. Do you know what I mean? Maybe be a hotelier one day that just doesn't want to be a hotelier today. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want to deal with people today.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of Fawlty Towers here, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's kind of going to these little time warps.
Yeah. And I think people relate.
Yeah.
To every character on stage in one way or another. You know, an old person that says inappropriate things sometimes, and you have to just, you know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know this guy, you know a Sybil, you know a Polly, you know what I mean? People
and that kind of
play Kate and
marital dysfunction between pretty much everyone relates to that.
Yeah. Well, looking at it from the other side then, so you're talking about like the hoteliers who are coming and watching it, but as actors, you know, a massive part of your job is not the glamorous side of it, it's the touring and having to find theatre digs and accommodation on a budget and things like that. So from the guest side of it, have you two kind of got your own kind of actors version of Fawlty Towers, of some of the places you must have stayed in?
Yeah. I mean, we can't name names.
No.
But yeah.
So many.
Yeah, we, one was recently, like, our dressing rooms were just like in a dungeon. There was no light. We're blessed to have light here at the moment. But I mean, a lot of my friends, when I said I was going on tour, they were like, oh, wow, that must be so cool and glamorous. You must have a tour bus and staying in hotels. And I was like, no.
And like, occasionally, I mean, 9 times out of 10, everyone's great. Stage door people are terrific. But every now and then you'll walk in and you'd be like, hi, how are you? Like day one, like really excited to get to the new venue, and they don't even look up. They're just like, hello.
You're just another theatre passing.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's lovely, and the audience, they make it for us, don't they?
And for one, I am really excited about coming to Manchester. I am a red.
Yes.
Woohoo! So nice.
I am a red.
Good. Otherwise, I'd have to terminate.
But I'm really excited about coming to Manchester. I want to try and aim in if I can, actually.
Yes. Oh, brilliant. And you mentioned the audiences there. This had a complete sellout run in the West End, and it's touring, it's doing amazing. I mean, people are coming in and belly laughing and when they see the set. And do you kind of feel that love when you're on stage?
Yeah, definitely. They sometimes, often you can feel the audience knows something's coming as well, when they know like a big line is coming. Which is really lovely, isn't it? You kind of feel, I mean, there's nothing quite like being in a room with like 1,000 people all like belly laughing at the same. Magical.
The only thing that occasionally kills it a little bit is when you get to say the line and someone in the audience shouts it before you get to it, and then they get the laugh, and then you look like a lemon on stage. You're like, great, thanks so much, cheers, thank you, I'll carry on then.
You need them signs, like when they walk around, the ushers walk around the theatres with the signs saying, please do not take photos. You need a new one. This is not theatre okay, do not join in.
Do not ruin the joke.
Please do not say punchlines.
Yeah. Oh dear. And so what are your favourite moments from Fawlty Towers then? So, and maybe they didn't make it into the play, maybe they did. So what are your kind of bits that you love from it?
For me personally, it's Basil and the car, which didn't make it into the show. But when he beats the living daylights out of the car with a twig because it won't behave. Like, it's just I feel like it's like all of the moments in the hotel that I get to go through.
Yeah.
And all his moments with Sybil and all his moments with all the guests. And he's outside of the hotel and he's all he wants to do is drive somewhere. And he can't get there. And it's like the whole thing just goes, and he just loses his temper with an inanimate object that can't fight back. It's just perfect. It's brilliant, Basil.
I think I'd like a psychiatrist episode because it's Sybil just punching Basil in the face. There should be more violence.
More violent.
Basil.
More violent.
I mean, there is a little bit.
There's plenty of violence.
There's always room for more.
Yeah.
There is. Well, I mean, there is, like you've said there, with the punching and the flying around and the walks and all of this. It is such a physical theatre kind of piece, isn't it? You know, you've got farce, you've got slapstick, teamwork, timing, and I guess if one little bit of it kind of is off, the whole thing kind of...
It's a domino effect when something goes wrong or someone moves, you know, a little bit later or comes through a door a bit too slow.
Well, that's happened, isn't
It's, yeah, and it's choreographed so well. We kind of call it a ballet, don't we? Particularly the dining room scene. You know, it's plates and there's real food and real drinks and everything coming, you know. So
and it has to be choreographed so well so that it doesn't look choreographed.
Yeah.
I mean, because as John Cleese says, choreography is not funny.
Yeah, he says.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amazing kind of master classes with John.
Yeah.
And he's taught us a lot about choreography is not doesn't you know, it ruins comedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a funny one to balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'm sorry.
we are literally married now.
I'm just taking in that image of you know, you get to do this play, you know, you audition, you get the part, which is massive as it is. And like you say, you almost have to take the weight of some of that off your shoulders so it doesn't become overwhelming. But then John Cleese walking in to teach you, I mean, gosh, what a job, right?
He's amazing because he's such a big presence, but he's incredibly gracious and generous with his time and his work. You know, if he thinks something's not working with his script, he was like, "Oh, just rewrite it." And we were like, "Rewrite something that's, you know." So he's fantastic. He's amazing. Like
and also what I really loved about him was that he's just a kid. Like he just wants to play. Yeah. So like there was times when we'd done rehearsals, we were open, weren't we? And after a while we were like, John, we've already done 6 shows. We actually do need a lie down. But John's he's amazing. He just kind of comes in and he's like, right, how can we make that funnier? How can we make that funnier? Let's play. And just be silly, you know, because I know it sounds silly, but the only way you get to be any good, I think, at this job is by being able to access empathy, inner child, all that silly stuff that you used to do when you were little. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just have fun, not be afraid to look stupid. You know what I mean? And that's how that's how you find the funny. And John is like a master at that.
Yeah, I mean, it is, isn't it? It's like when you try and you're so conscious of not making a fool of yourself, that's actually the moment that you do make a fool of yourself because you're conscious. You just need to let go. And I think that's
it all go.
Yeah, and that's why people connect with Fawlty Towers so much. But I think also because underneath all the silliness and the fun, and it's a piece that just doesn't take itself too seriously. You've kind of got this British grit of keep calm and you know, carry on, because they're just people who just want to be happy and just want to live and not let life pass them by, yet all this silly stuff, I nearly swore then, gets in the way.
But it is innate Britishness, Fawlty Towers. You know what I mean? It's all that sort of stuff that it can't let it out, and it really wants to let it out, but he can't let it out.
Yeah,
and he just doesn't like people. Do you know? And she doesn't like him, and he doesn't like her. Keep calm and carry on. You can't get divorced. Do you know what I mean? Stay together forever. Jolly good.
Well, we are thrilled that they did stay together forever, because we have had an amazing 12 episodes, and now we've got this brilliant show that I, for one, cannot genuinely wait to come and watch this. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you today. So thank you so much. And yeah, Manchester is ready to welcome you at the Opera House from the 4th of, not October, then we've gone that, from the 4th of November. So thank you both so much, and
lovely
to go.
Thank you so much.
Hello, it's Fawlty Towers. My name is Manuel. How can I assist you?
Basil, there are some hotel inspectors in town.
I was looking at you, but I was talking to Polly.
You see, he was looking at you, but talking to me.
You know nothing.
You always say, Mr. Fawlty, but I learn eventually.
Papacy! I do not want an omelette!
He's nice.
Basil doesn't bet anymore, Major.
That particular avenue of pleasure has been closed off.
His problem.
Oh!